In this video, I will show you how to get started programming with League Java curriculum. Starting with a League-leveled Java website, in this case Java Level 0, we'll click through to get to the main page for the curriculum. On these pages, they all have a similar structure. There'll be a set of modules and lessons on the side, and each of the modules, you can click on these headings, we'll have two large buttons at the top. These buttons are for accessing the code for the lesson, which will be on the GitHub code repository. You can use the blue button to view the module, and you can use the green button to create a copy into your own account. You'll want to use the green button. So click on that, and it will give you a page to decide where to put the module. Most of the time, the defaults here will be sufficient. So we'll just click on Create Fork. And when we complete that process, we will get a view that looks like this. It'll be in your GitHub account. You'll have this module, and you'll have a big green code button. That code button will allow you to access the code. Most of the time, you'll use this URL to download the code to your local machine using either the command line tools or GitHub desktop, but we're going to use a simpler method, GitHub CodeSpaces. So click on CodeSpaces, and you'll see a green button that says Create Code on Master, or maybe Create CodeSpace on Main. Click that, and the system will begin the process of setting up your CodeSpace. What it is doing is configuring a virtual computer in a data center run by GitHub. This data center is far away, it's running over the web, and we can use it for about an hour at a time to access the code you're going to program to. This will run for a few minutes, and when it's finished, you'll get a screen like this. This is Visual Studio Code, except it's running in a browser. It's the same Visual Studio Code that you would run on your local machine if you were going to use it to program at home. There's a lot to learn about Visual Studio Code, and we'll show you the few things you need to get started. This Explore button here will give you a view of your files. And the first thing we want to do for this module is let's take a look at one of the files. We'll open the source, go into demo, and we're going to look at robot demo. Now we have a view of the page for that code. Now this code will draw a red square with a robot, and it has to draw it to a screen. But this computer is running in a data center somewhere far away. It doesn't have a screen. So we're going to have to create a virtual one. And we've set that up here using VNC, the program that stands for Virtual Network Computing. Open up the Ports tab at the bottom, and you'll see port 6080. If you hover over forwarded ports, you'll see three icons. This one will copy the URL to the virtual screen. This one will open it up in a new browser, and this is the one you'll probably use most frequently. It opens it up as a pane within Visual Studio Code. So let's click on that. When this finishes loading, you'll have a view that says no VNC, which you can connect to. And if you click on Connect, you can type in our password, code for life, and that will start the virtual screen. Now there's nothing on it yet because we haven't run the program. So let's go do that. Go over to the left-hand menu to the Run and Debug button. Click on that. At the top of the screen, you'll see a menu where you can select of all the programs that you can run on this virtual computer. Let's click on Robot Demo. And then to run it, click the green button. Click yes on this when it asks to change Java language server. And this might take about a minute for it to set up the Java project and begin running the program. And once it starts running, you'll see a window with a robot screen and the robot drawing a red rectangle. Now, like I said, there's a lot more to learn about how to use Visual Studio Code, but this will get you started quickly running programs.